The scale of the disaster. What if I told you this wildfire season is unlike anything Los Angeles has ever faced before? Let's dive into the sheer magnitude of this crisis. The Los Angeles wildfires have become a force of nature, spreading faster and burning hotter than previous years. Over 150,000 acres have been consumed, displacing over 200,000 residents. But here's the shocking part: these fires aren't just natural disasters. They're fueled by human decisions, urban expansion, and environmental negligence. While headlines focus on the flames, the real story is buried beneath the ash. Why are these fires becoming so frequent and uncontrollable? Experts point to a deadly cocktail of climate change, inadequate fire management, and poor urban planning. Droughts have dried up vegetation, creating the perfect fuel for even a spark to ignite devastation. Yet, the response seems eerily slow. Evacuation orders often come too late, leaving residents scrambling for safety. Homes are lost in minutes, but the question remains, why aren't we better prepared? Stick around, because in the next chapter, we'll reveal the hidden reasons behind this worsening crisis. Why these fires are more dangerous than ever. These aren't just ordinary wildfires, they're evolving into something much worse. But why? Asterisk. Los Angeles has always battled wildfires, but recent years have seen an alarming transformation. These fires are now bigger, more unpredictable, and deadlier than ever before. What's causing this? Scientists blame a phenomenon called the fire triangle: hotter temperatures, drier vegetation, and stronger winds. But here's the twist: climate change is supercharging all three elements. The Santa Ana winds, once a seasonal nuisance, now act as deadly accelerators, pushing flames into residential areas at terrifying speeds. Meanwhile, urban sprawl has placed millions of people in high-risk zones, with homes built dangerously close to fire-prone landscapes. And the scariest part? Firefighters are warning that these megafires may become the new normal. If you think this year's fires are bad, wait until you hear what experts predict for the next decade. That's coming up in Chapter 3. The environmental domino effect. These wildfires don't just destroy homes, they're wreaking havoc on our entire ecosystem. Here's how. Asterisk. When wildfires rage, the destruction isn't limited to property. Entire ecosystems are thrown into chaos. Wildlife loses its habitat, forcing animals into urban areas where survival is nearly impossible. Rivers and streams are polluted with ash, threatening water supplies for millions of people. But there's an even darker side. Wildfires release massive amounts of carbon dioxide, turning forests into net emitters of greenhouse gases. This intensifies global warming, creating a vicious cycle that fuels even more fires. It's a feedback loop that scientists warned could spiral out of control. What's worse, these fires leave the land vulnerable to mudslides when the rains finally come. So, even when the flames are extinguished, the danger is far from over. But why hasn't more been done to break this cycle? In Chapter 4, we'll uncover the systemic failures keeping Los Angeles vulnerable. The role of poor planning. Is this wildfire crisis a natural disaster, or is it a man-made catastrophe? Asterisk. Here's something no one talks about. Poor planning has made Los Angeles more vulnerable to wildfires. For decades, developers have built homes in high-risk areas without adequate fire safety measures. Many neighborhoods lack proper evacuation routes, turning escape into chaos when flames approach. Even more shocking is the underfunding of fire prevention programs. Controlled burns, which reduce fuel for fires, are rarely carried out due to budget constraints and bureaucratic hurdles. This neglect has left Los Angeles like a ticking time bomb, waiting for the next spark. And yet, the cycle continues. Politicians offer empty promises while fires rage on. Could this be prevented? In Chapter 5, we'll explore what solutions could save Los Angeles from future disasters. Could these fires have been prevented? Imagine if we could stop these wildfires before they even start. Is that really possible? The short answer is yes, but it requires bold action. Experts suggest 3 key strategies: better forest management, stricter building codes, and massive investment in renewable energy to combat climate change. Controlled burns and vegetation management can drastically reduce fire risk, but these methods require political will and funding. Building fire-resistant homes and improving evacuation infrastructure could save countless lives. Yet, progress remains slow. So why aren't these solutions being implemented faster? Critics argue it's a lack of urgency from policymakers, coupled with resistance from industries that benefit from the status quo. But there's hope. Grassroots organizations are stepping up where governments fall short. Stick around, because in Chapter 6, we'll reveal how you can help. What you can do to make a difference. You might think there's nothing you can do to stop these wildfires, but think again. While fighting wildfires might seem like a job for professionals, there are ways you can contribute to the solution. Start by supporting organizations that focus on wildfire prevention and disaster relief. Donate to local fire departments and volunteer for community preparedness programs. You can also advocate for policies that prioritize fire safety and environmental protection. Contact your representatives and demand better funding for fire management and renewable energy initiatives. Finally, take steps to protect your own home. Create defensible spaces by clearing vegetation around your property, and always have an evacuation plan ready. Remember, small actions can make a big impact. These wildfires are a wake-up call, not just for Los Angeles, but for all of us. It's time to act before it's too late. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on this urgent issue.